Hello, this is Andreas from Nordic Tarot, and I've got 3 readings for you for the first 2 weeks of September. And please remember that even the 2 more specific readings, the love and the work reading, they are still general. So if they do not resonate, I'm sorry, but hopefully at least one of the 3 will. And you'll find more information about how to contact me and on the decks I'm using in the description. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy your readings. Hello Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising. Since these are my first videos, I'm just going to quickly explain my spread and how I read it. So I pulled 3 different cards for 3 different areas of your life. So the top 3 are general, the middle are love, and the bottom 3 are work. I also pulled 1 oracle card that will serve as the kind of overall energy for the reading. And I'll keep referring back to it as I read the cards. So the oracle card I did pull for you is 22, blessed. So the essential meanings for blessed is something wonderful that is unearned or unexpected, grace that is an unforeseen gift from spirit. And the oracle's message for your general reading is, there are moments in life when, out of the blue, it seems that everything has been orchestrated by divine intervention. You feel blessed in ways that are difficult to express. It is as if the Red Sea parts in front of you and events come together to banish your troubles easily and naturally. You know deep down that you did not deserve any of it, and yet here you are. This is one of those times. Let awe and gratitude for all your blessings guide you now. The first card you have for this message is the Emperor, and I feel the Emperor would feel one of 2 ways about this. The Emperor is all about like my way or the highway. Like, he is good at what he does and he knows he's good. He knows he has everything he needs to complete tasks. He can also be very stubborn and not really be easily swayed to someone else's way of thinking. If the Emperor got an unexpected gift and the message does mention feeling like you don't deserve it, I feel like he would either be saying, well, I didn't achieve this, so why is it worth anything to me? Like, if I didn't make it happen, then who cares? I'm the best and my way is the best way, so I'll make this happen through my own means. Or I feel like he might say, oh, thank you very much for serving me. Of course you bring me this gift because I am the Emperor and I am the best. So I understand if you are the Emperor and you have the first way of thinking like, well, I didn't create this, so why would I want it? Then I understand if it's difficult, but just essentially what I'm saying is that I understand if it's difficult to accept something that you did not ask for. Like, if someone just comes out of the blue and gives you something that, that can be sometimes it can be a bit awkward. I feel like, oh, why did you do this for me? It's like, oh, I just like you a lot. Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, I guess. Like, I have gotten that before, and it makes it kind of awkward sometimes. I'm not saying that spirit or the universe or God or whatever you want to call it is out to like make you feel uncomfortable, but I understand if the Emperor would have that kind of thinking about him. But the next card you have is the Wheel, and the Wheel is one of the cards that talk of fate. It's also one of the cards that talk of change. So I do feel like what the message from the Oracle card is like reinforced with the Wheel being there. Like, the Emperor is sitting there saying like, well, I didn't do this, so where did this come from? And the Wheel is saying, don't worry, fate's here. So it kind of reinforces the whole divine intervention aspect of the Oracle's message. And the third card you have is the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles is not my favorite kind of energy. I know that some people love it, like, depending on who you are, but I almost feel like this is gonna bring about, like, some kind of new beginning. Like, whatever this is that's happening might allow you to plant some seeds. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like the wheel keeps turning, the seasons keep changing, and keeping that in mind, maybe now is a very good opportunity or a very good timing for you to plant some seeds and begin something new. And having the Emperor energy, whatever you do decide to do, I feel like you would be very good at it, or you would have the steady sure hand of the Emperor when you do it. Now, the relationship message for your love reading is, you are moving toward a deepening of intimacy in a unique and sacred partnership. You know you are meant to make this connection. This union, blessed by the divine, will bring transformation and beauty to the world. This is also a sign that, even more important, you are being called to a deeper intimacy with yourself and spirit. With this new development, you will see evidence of grace in your life. So I think 2 of these cards are great. 1, I understand if it's really difficult. So specifically talking about being called to a deeper intimacy with yourself and spirit, I feel like the Hermit card is a great card to get for that. The Hermit is all about, it's a very spiritual card, so it talks to me of like introspection and taking a step back, looking at the bigger picture of just your surroundings, the world, but also within yourself. And you know, we can see the Hermit here holding his lantern high and illuminating the dark, finding out things about where he's going or where he is at the moment. But the relationship message is also talking about other people with a sacred partnership, and maybe, you know, maybe the sacred partnership is with the universe, or maybe it's with yourself. But the Three of Cups brings in the opportunity of other people, because the Three of Cups is a card of celebration. It's coming together as as a community, or with a community, and it is spending time with people who are near and dear, like friends, family, and other loved ones. So I feel like there is the opportunity for you to be spiritual and look within and be introspective, but there are also other people involved in this as well. And I'm not saying you have to choose one or the other, but I just feel like the opportunities are there for you for the coming 2 weeks. And then you have the Age of Swords, which is a very tough energy compared to the other 2 in this situation, because the Eight of Swords is being stuck in your own head. I mean, it depicts this woman who is encircled by swords. She's in a circle made up by swords, and swords represent our thoughts, but she's also blindfolded, so she does not know how to maneuver. She doesn't know how to move. She doesn't know how to get out of this, because she might get cut by one of the swords. So I do feel like there's like a kind of a warning label, and I'm not saying it's easy, just like, oh hey, like don't overthink or don't get stuck in your own head, and you'll be like, oh of course not, thank you for warning me. But I do, like I said, I feel like the Hermit is about introspection and looking at the bigger picture. The Three of Cups gives you an opportunity to connect with other people. But then the Eight of Swords is there saying like there is this overthinking aspect to it as well. But moving on to your work reading, the prosperity message is unexpected windfalls and good fortune come your way now. You're in a phase where any difficulties or obstacles that have stymied your success seem to disappear on their own. Be ready to receive. The windows of opportunity will open wide. Accept the blessings given to you now and don't forget to share them. I think the 3 cards you got here are great. Like, I know people don't love the Devil, but for the message you got, the Devil does explain some things. So let's go through them. You have strength, which is courage. It's inner strength. It's not, it doesn't speak of physical strength. Like, look at the card. This woman and the lion, she's not holding the lion down with physical strength. She just looks as if she's got like a calming influence. But it is, like I said, it's courage, it's being bold. And then the Devil is one of those cards, along with Death and the Tower, but some people tend to have a quite negative view of them. But in essence, what the Devil asks is, what has power over you? Because the Devil can be an energy of feeling stuck, like chained down. It can be a card of addiction, like literal addiction to a substance, like alcohol or sex or whatever it is. It can even be like an addiction to attention or confirmation from other people or recognition from other people. But what's important to remember, and it's especially obvious in the original Rider-Waite deck, is that the chains that are around our necks, they don't look like they are very constricting. They don't look like they're very tight, so it looks as if the people depicted in the card could just lift the chains off. And I feel like the Devil is definitely talking about the part of the message that says difficulties or obstacles that have stymied your success seem to disappear on their own. So I think the Devil is talking about these difficulties and obstacles that you've been having. And for your last card is the Two of Cups, which I feel speak to the part of the message that says accept the blessings given to you now and don't forget to share them. The Two of Cups is, yes, it is a soulmate card, and it couldn't talk about two people coming together and feeling like, and having love for each other. But again, in the original Rider-Waite deck, it depicts two people with a cup each coming together, and what the message is that this is two people that feel the same way. So if, for example, if it is a couple, then they both love each other, they both feel the same way about each other. But It can also be two people that feel the same way about a project. Like, Two of Cups can definitely just, especially for a work reading, be a partnership. It might be someone you're working with. And I think Strength, the Devil, and Two of Cups are all speaking to their own part of the prosperity message, and I think they're very good cards to highlight some things for you for the coming 2 weeks. So those were your readings for the first 2 weeks of September. And like I said in the reading, these are my first videos. I know they're not perfect, and I would love some feedback. If you have any opinions on how I did, or if there's anything that I could do better, I'd love to hear it. Thank you very much for watching this video.